Alright, and welcome everyone to the Same here and Bossy Calls. I'm Sarah, your host today, and we have with us Digital from TxHash Dome. We'll get into the project shortly, but first, let's start with some self-introductions, and it will also be nice to know about your professional background prior to TxHash Dome.
Alrighty, so hello guys. Thank you for having me. First of all, I love your guys' channel. I love what you guys do. That first of all, but my name is Bojan Petrovic. I am originally from Serbia. I moved to United States in I want to say 2002 or so. I've been there for about 17, 18 years. Recently, I moved to Florida. Boynton Beach, Florida, to be precise. So a little bit about my background. I've worked with, I guess, with the stocks and exchanges and whatnot a little bit there. I was trading and whatnot, but I left all that behind once I've seen the scandal with the GME, with the AMC. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that, with the government, so to say, stopping their trading, whatever, just because hedge funds weren't making money basically, or they were losing money, I should say. So I moved all my assets out. I moved some of them to my bank account. I moved some of them to Binance basically, just because I wanted to start and look more into crypto because it was basically decentralized, right? So once I've done that, basically I was just scrolling, through TikTok late at night. I know it was Friday, whatever, but I've heard about SafeMoon, right? SafeMoon basically was one of the first videos ever out there. I think I joined, I want to say within a week, first week or so of them launching, and I invested a little bit there. It did really well, and I pulled out some from there, left some. I joined the next project, which was Elongate, and I didn't know much about it, but I was so to say gambling. Luckily for me, all the gambles, so to say, that I was doing paid out because I actually was, finding the good projects, right? I was hearing about, people getting scammed here, people getting scammed there, and to be honest, I was looking for anything that I could find to sort of say invest, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. But luckily, I wasn't. I've been through a couple of rugs, whatever, nothing too horrible. But yeah. So later on, I think I want to say starting 2021, I joined a project called INDC or Nano Dogecoin. I joined as an investor. I did some work for them later on. They had me sort of say as a shiller, and that worked out for them, worked out for me, And recently, I moved from INDC, and I got offered a position, so to say, with the project called Meta Ruffy, right? So I joined Meta Ruffy in January 16th, I believe. They only had, maybe a couple thousand people at the time. I want to say 1.6 or something. And I started marketing for them. I would basically wake up 6 o'clock in the morning every day. I would hold their sort of say, live raids, whatever, with people that wanted to participate with. We had about 25 good people with us. So we would do that for 3 or 4 hours. I would gather all the wallets, whatever, give them an assignment, for the next 24 hours, basically, or next 20 hours, whatever, until the next day. And I would move on to their community. I did all of their community giveaways, all of the games, everything was planned by me. After that, I would look through my DMs. I honestly went through about 3,000 to 5,000 DMs every week, right? But all of them were answered. Customer service to me was very important. So once I was done with that, I would gather all the wallets from the winners, basically from the giveaways, from the shilling, whatever. I would put it on the sheet and, answer some more DMs, be active in the community. Everybody knew me there. And yeah, so that was basically what I was doing with them. I left the team, I want to say March 22nd, right? So after I left the team, basically that's the idea for the TxHash Dome or transaction hash dome came to me while I was with the Meta Ruffy, right? So in particular instance, we had basically like a marketer, so to say, approach us. He said that he's the owner of a specific TikTok channel. He even actually changed the name, changed the bio of that channel. I was able to go to TikTok, verify it myself. He had a YouTube channel as well. He was, wanting to promote us and all that. And he actually made a video, changed the name, everything, to show us that he's legit. And as soon as we paid him, he disappeared. So that's, that made me sort of say very mad because not only because we got scammed, but because I did, what I could, right? I had the video, I had all the proofs that he's legit, whatever, we paid him, and, we ended up getting scammed, right? So I tracked those funds, and those funds went to a wallet that was holding over $500,000 of, different kind of coins, whatever, mainly BNB and USDT, right? So the idea came to me, like, why not? Well, we'll talk about the project, but that's when the idea for the project came to me, right? So basically, TX stands for transactions. Everybody knows that. Hash, can be either hashtag or, hash like mining power or whatever. And Dome, everybody knows what Dome is, but I'm trying to bring everything, every kind of transaction, whatever that goes through us under one roof. So.
Yeah, thank you for that background. Amazing story. Mentioned a lot of known project names as well. I'm sure a lot of us has been in those and swinged some good amount of money. I have at least. All right, so run us through the project, like in general. What services like are you specifically going to be offering? Like, what is the project about?
Sure. So we're actually gonna, once again, Dome, we're trying to bring everything crypto under one roof. So the first, so to say, utility that we're gonna be offering, and the heart of the project, in my opinion, is gonna be, the platform where the freelancers, where basically the, project and freelancers and the investors, they can sign up on, right? So we have a smart contract. We call it our, smart escrow contract, right? So the way basically that it's going to work, it's fairly simple. I try to explain it as quick as I can, but project needs, let's say graphic designs, right? They can, sign up on our platform, get their thing filled out, their whole profile, set up how they like to. They can also go, connect. Well, to sign up, they have to sign up with the MetaMask, right? So once they sign up with MetaMask, they basically find somebody that they want to work with. They basically offer them, let's say, two BNB, say that, okay, we need this done, whatever, we need these graphics made, whatever, here's all the details, we're offering you two BNB, right? So if you're a service provider or freelancer and, that price is okay for you, let's say for the sake of arguments, you agree with the price, you accept it, and project basically gets a notification saying that your offer has been accepted, please deposit the funds, right? So now the project basically deposits those two BNB into the escrow account, or to the, in our case, smart escrow contract, and those funds sit there, right? So now the project, or I mean the freelancer, get a notification, the funds have been deposited, you're good to go. So they start the work. A couple days later, let's say they finish the work, they mark it on the website, work complete, and project gets a notification. They review the work that was done for them, and let's say they like it, they approve it, and service provider or the freelancer gets an option basically to withdraw the funds down. So uh, that's, we're keeping it as simple as possible. The signups are going to be simple as possible as well. And, we want to sort of say, save the projects and also the freelancer, their money that they're working hard for, so they don't sort of say get scammed, right? So you hire somebody, whatever, you deposit your funds in the smart escrow contract, you're safe. You just wait for, them to finish the work. If let's say the freelancer is trying to scam you, all you have to do, hit the button to get us involved. We'll have a team basically that overlooks that. We're gonna, go thoroughly through everything. If let's say, we set up a meeting with both parties, the freelancer doesn't show up, all we got to do, is just hit the button for the funds to be reversed back to the project, and they're safe. So that's one of the services, but we're once again trying to bring everything crypto under one roof, right? So we're going to have our launchpad, we're going to have streaming services on the platform, we're going to have our KYC, we're going to have an exchange, listing, all these kind of services basically that projects, service providers, and investors need. So that's but yeah, that's what we're looking to provide. So whenever you're ready, I'll let you know about the other services a little bit more as well.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for that. I was just thinking, so what is your guys' process of ensuring proper like qualification of applicants or freelancers within their field of work?
Sure. So there really isn't any, right? So we want to offer everybody to sign up. So if you have a skill, you can sign up. But, there's going to be a notice basically saying if your work is not up to the standards, or if, try to scam somebody, basically, you are not going to get those funds, right? So you as a project have to, know exactly what you want, what you need. We're going to also have the basically steps, showing and provided to the projects, whatever, hiring these freelancers to let them know, how to cover themselves, right? So you as a freelancer, you would put your portfolio there, and once your portfolio is there, the project can take a look, and also if you work for some previous projects, your name will be there, right? So it's going to say that this service provider has worked for this project, or this project has worked with this service provider, right? So it's going to go down the list, and that's how you're going to build up your name, right? So even if you're, let's say, a very good, let's say a hype man, right? There's plenty of those out there, right? But they can sign up, they can start working, and if somebody hires them, obviously. But if if they don't provide the services, that they say that they can, the project is not going to pay them, right? I mean, they can pay them if they feel bad for them or whatever, but as far as the legal points and whatnot, everybody's going to be able to sign up, right? So another thing that we're doing, we will have a KYC service, which will basically give those accounts or the service providers on the platform verification, right? So they are going to be verified, so to say, like kind of like Twitter, verifies some people and whatnot. So they will have that. And to get the KYC with us, it's going to be quite extensive, right? So we're gonna, kind of do what Pink Sale is doing, whatever, but we're gonna have an actual contract to sign by the, person wanting the KYC. Once that's signed, it's basically a process all the way down, and there is going to be a registry list for people, who are KYC'd on our website as well. Everybody can look them up and, see the status of their KYC. So if they change anything, whatever about the, information that they gave us before, the KYC is going to be revoked. So.
Mm. And since there's going to be like, on the service providers profiles, there's going to be like a ranking system, and you're always going to have also
Yes.
going to have the KYC visible. How are you guys going to, are you like going to highlight that somehow on the platform, or is that solo
Yes,
when,
it's going to be by their
yeah.
name. It's going to be right by their name. So to say, like right now, I see Sarah in the chat has, the verified mark, so to say, from the Telegram. But it's, going to be just like that. They will have a ranking system as well. People are going to be able to rank them. They'll be able to leave a comment under their, review page and whatnot. So everything is going to be there. And worst case scenario, somebody tries to scam somebody, we're going to take it in our hands, and we're going to remove that person from the platform. And to ensure, so to say, if they were, let's say, KYC'd, that they don't return, we will be requiring an IP address, no VPN, obviously, but we will be requiring their IP address, and also for that device that they're using to work with us to be registered for us as well, right? So if they do something bad, whatever, we're gonna, block those that IP, that device as well, and yeah. So we're gonna try, to do as best as we can to keep those people off of the platform, but we're not gonna, so to say, be limiting those people. Well, limiting anybody, I should say, from signing up. Obviously, if you're legit, you're gonna make it out there. But if you try to scam somebody, the funds are in the smart contract. You cannot withdraw them until the project says otherwise.
All right, sounds good. And what wallets are being integrated into the platform?
It's gonna be basically from the MetaMask. So if you have a MetaMask, that's how you sign up. Basically, obviously everybody has a MetaMask, but we will have like sort of say infomercials, whatever, small videos how to sign up. Everything is gonna be good. So the wallet that you are using basically is gonna be your profile. That's gonna be your sign up. So there's not gonna be like an email or something like that, but we're gonna be signing you up with that. And also for our KYC, as I mentioned, it's not going to be just like a badge, so to say. You will be receiving an NFT with all that information embedded to that NFT. Those NFTs are going to be on the registry list, as I mentioned, with your details. And if somebody, does something shady, whatever, that gets revoked and their information gets public. So we're trying, to deter, so to say, all of the, scammers, want to be whatever shady people away from the platform. But I'm, so to say, excited for some of them to actually get caught and be made an example off of.
Yes. We want it to be more secure and safe, obviously. I was just thinking, so the payment, will you have like a fiat option as well? And in what currency did you say payments were accepted?
We're going to be working with the BSC, so we're not going to be offering fiat. We want to work just with crypto, but I mean, there's going to be an option if you want to get paid in BNB. There's going to be an option if you want to get paid in like USDT, right? So I think those two options are good for now. Just because, so for example, let's say you want to get paid in Ethereum, right? We might put that option in there, but the service, the network fees and all that, it might not be worth it. That's why it's a lot easier to work with BSC right now. Pay whatever 17 cents and get the transaction complete. So.
Amazing. What about the freelancers? How are you guys going to onboard them? How are you building those relationships?
Perfect. Excellent question. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to mention one platform, which everybody knows is Fiverr, right? So everybody knows Fiverr. I've, obviously, the funds for us right now are limited. I have used Fiverr before for, small things here and there, but I have talked to every single person that I have hired so far, and every single person has given me positive feedback. I'm getting messages, today, basically, they asking if our platform is ready to sign up, right? So we will have a couple ways to onboard those people, right? So obviously Telegram, we're gonna go from projects, whatever, let them know, hey, we're not asking you to buy anything, whatever. If you're looking for, safe services, so you don't have to have a headache, worrying about if the whatever you paid for is going to be done or not. And once that's done, we're going to have a team just for the platforms such as Fiverr, and we're going to send them out. We're going to talk to everybody that does something with crypto, whether it's a developer, website designer, graphic designer, anything possible. We're going to let them know, hey, there's this platform here. There's no payments required, whatever. And Fiverr, I know the charges about 25% or so for their service fees. We're only planning 5 to 10%, and we're gonna attack them. We're gonna have Twitter ads. We're gonna have Facebook ads as well. Targeting first overseas, because pay-per-click, is obviously a lot cheaper than the United States. So we're hoping, that these there's a couple other tactics, that we're gonna keep to ourselves for right now. But we're hoping that these first tactics that I mentioned, get us some onboarding, right? So we're hoping for a snowball effect. So I mean, even you guys as AMA channel, right? You can have your project out there. People can hire you through there. They basically pay you through the escrow service, and you guys get paid, whenever, let's say, you complete the AMA. So.
Yeah, sounds good. Amazing. Fair enough. I was thinking, I don't know if you run through that. Sorry, got cut off at some point. But did you mention the profit shares for the freelancers?
Uh, yeah, like I said, they basically get to keep all the proceeds, whatever that they make, and we'll charge, like I said, up to 10% for the service fees, right? And those service fees are only gonna be basically, so to say, acquired through the if the transaction is completely completed, so to say. So if everything goes well, project hires you to the completed part, that's the only time that we're going to be taking those fees out, right? So, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess what you mean by the profit shares. Do you mean like anything from the token or anything like that, or what exactly do you mean?
No, you got the question right. You
Okay,
answered my
okay.
question. Thanks. What about the revenues then? Is that going to be bought into, like, are you planning on doing any buybacks, or how are you supporting the chart?
I'm loving these questions. Okay, so any kind of revenue from our platform that we gather, it's gonna basically go towards one wallet. That wallet, up to 80% of that is gonna go back to the holders, right? So the way that it's gonna go back, it's there's gonna be different ways, right? But let's say this week the platform makes 100 BNB, right, from all the transactions, from everything that we have going on and offering 100 BNB. 80% of that is going to be taken, divided in two. The first half is going to go towards the staking, right? So we're not going to offer like for the token staking, we're not going to say, okay, we're going to give you our native token back in return, right? No, that's not the case. So it's going to be either BNB or USDT, whatever, we decide on, but it's going to be a stable coin. We're going to give you that. You do whatever you want with it, right? That's so to say our thanks, for supporting us right now. And that's never going to go away. And the other half we're using for the anonymous buybacks, right? The whole half is going to go towards the anonymous buybacks. And the token that we buy with that is going to go, a small portion is going to go towards the NFT staking only. And the large portion is going to actually go towards the OTC, right, which is the over-the-counter basically buy. So essentially, we're gonna buy our token and then we're gonna sell it again at the OTC for, it's gonna be the same price, whatever it is, but no taxes on it. And I don't want to say we're going to sell, 5% to one person, whatever. There's going to be a limit on it, of course, but essentially the same tokens from the buybacks will be sold back again, and all of that is going to go towards the LP.
All right, amazing. All right, let's see. When can the freelancers start listing their services and start earning?
Sure.
Like, when does the platform go live?
So right now we have all of this ready. We just haven't basically implemented the UI on it yet, right? So as soon as we launch the project, whatever, I want to say it's gonna be ready, but I can't promise that, right? The CTO that we have hired, actually, I don't know if he's very known, whatever, but he's from a company called Callz, and they're based in India right now. But the guy has about 18 years of experience behind him, right? So 18 years of experience behind him. One of his actual clients is actually Binance as well. He's got work done for United Nations, for some banks and whatnot. We have that pinned somewhere in our post, whatever, from him as well. But so he's very diverse and he knows what he's doing. So if we have the funds, to keep on completing the tasks, it's going to be done pretty much right away. Most of it is done right now. Like I said, we have the sign up ready. It just and we have the escrow ready as well. We tested it. We do have a DAO group as well. The DAO is basically all the seed sale participants that we had, and yeah, everything has been shown to them. Whatever they have actually had the chance to test it out as well, sign up with their wallet also. So I don't want to promise it's going to be at the launch, but it's going to be very, very close.
All right, amazing. Let's jump into the fundraising part of this. So you're using Pink Sale for the private sale. How much are you basically raising, and what is that being raised for? Is that operational or marketing costs?
Yes. So we have. So let's go back to seed sale, right? So in the seed sale, we have actually gathered 50 BNB, and that was done basically just from me going from person to person that I've known from the past, and speaking with them, right? Telling them, hey, this is my idea. I know you for a while. You know me. Whatever. If you want to invest, I'm giving you an opportunity, right? So. We have about 40 people in our DAO group, and they're most of them are investors, basically the ones that are not are some of my mods and whatnot. But let's say about 40 people are the DAO investors, right? So the 50 BNB we have taken, we have basically built what we seen so far. We have uh, our platform is live. We have an actual L.L.C, as I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned, I'm sorry. But we have an L.L.C as well. We have a trademark pending. We have the smart escrow contract ready. We have the sign up ready as well. But we just don't have the UI built for that, right? So that's where we fell short in funds, so to say, a little bit, And I don't want to say, I'm not, ashamed of that. The person that we chose is very good, developer, so to say. He's not cheap, but we want quality over quantity, right? I could have hired somebody on Fiverr, for example, once again, for like $1,000 to build all this, but how safe would it be? How thoroughly tested would it be? We don't know that. So I've hired somebody that's very good. So far, all the 50 BNB has, so to say, been spent to that. So coming back to the private sale, the private sale is actually tomorrow, in about 23 hours from right now. The first 5 minutes will be all whitelisted, and we're trying to raise 100 BNB, right? So the team and myself, whatever, nobody has taken any of the funds, whatever. Like I said, all the transactions, everything has been, even my bank records have been provided to the DAO, and I'm fully doxed to them, my driver's license, everything, and even if you guys wanted to know who I am, all you have to do is just look up the L.L.C. It's the TxHash Dome Holdings LLC. You take a look at it, you'll know who I am, my full name, where I live, everything. I'm not running away from anybody. It's out there. But yeah. So, anyways, the 100 BNB that we're trying to raise is gonna go mostly towards the marketing. I'm hoping we fill it out so we can do more work with you guys as well. And we're not gonna spend all of it. We're saving, I want to say, about 30-40% of it or so, setting it aside for if we need it for LP, whatever, or last minute changes here and there. And but yeah, so everything else out from that is going towards the marketing, right? We do need exposure. The whole thing right now has been so to say, funded by myself, funded by the co-owner. Right now, we're about $10,000 into the marketing. I mean, I can I can show you right now my bank account. I have about $100 left in it. Whatever, we have poured everything that we can into this, right? So all of these funds, whatever, like I said, up to 60-70%, whatever, are gonna go towards the marketing.
All right, amazing. Let's see. And I can see they are vested as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
the seed sale and the private sale is vested. The vesting is nothing too terrible. 50% at launch, 25% the next week, and 25% the week after that. And that was, like I said, everything is being voted by our DAO. It's not like, I'm making these executive decisions or whatever. I trust them, they trust me. I let them, have any kind of vote that they want out there, whatever. Everybody has one vote. It doesn't matter if you hold, 1% or, 0.0001% of the tokens. If you are in DAO, you have one vote, basically. So whatever they wish to vote on, they're there. They know me. They know my 2-year-old kid. They know where I work. They know everything about me. So they trust me. I trust them.
All right, amazing. So, run us through your, will there be any tax, your tokenomics and so on?
Yes. So for the tax, we're starting off, with 10 and 12, right? So 10 to buy, basically, which I want to say up to 90% of that is going to go towards towards building the platform, right? So the reason why we chose that, I know it's a little bit high, but at this point of time, I guess, there's people just looking to pump and dump, and we're trying to sort of say have the project for the long run, and if we can, we're going to capitalize off of that. But the taxes are actually designed to go all the way down to zero as soon as the platform can basically sustain itself. So we have that. These are our tokenomics basically. So 7.5% for the seed sale, which was already sold out. 12.8% for the private sale, and 28.1% for the pre-sale. These are our newer tokenomics basically. We actually just changed them yesterday. I was trying to sort of say, so for example, for the seed sale, it's supposed to be 2.4% only, right? So I was trying to not to build sort of say like whales or whatever, but the tokenomics after I want to say I was running them for days. I just couldn't make them work, right? To have less tokens given out for one BNB, for example, worth, right? So we were, I don't want to say forced, but we had to make the decision to increase the tokens given, and so we can have a better looking and more trustworthy, so to say, um, tokenomics, right? So before, I think it was about 22% we're gonna go towards, like the holders' liquidity and all that, and the 80% was gonna be reserved. But I understand it. If I seen that a team is holding basically 80% of tokens, whatever, I probably wouldn't buy it, right? And you wouldn't either. So anything that I've tried, it just wouldn't work. So we had to change it to what we have right now. We do also have Project Kickstart, which is just the name that we're using for venture capital, right? So basically, we're going to have some funds there, and also from the taxes coming into a wallet. It's going to be venture capital, and the way that that's going to work, once the projects, let's say they want to launch with us and they're KYC, right, and we would look into them. They'll have a chance to basically sign up for a loan, essentially, right? Once we go through the meetings and everything with them, decide whether they're, trustworthy, or whether the project itself, is good enough, we're going to give them a grant, so to say, right? So that grant is going to involve, basically, let's say they get approved for a 20 BNB worth, of marketing funds and whatnot. So they would be able to go to our platform, pick the people they want to work with, and we would pay them. Those people would work for them in an exchange for, let's say, 2% of their token supply, right? So now I know 2%, of anybody's supply is a lot, right? What we're doing with that 2%, we are sending it to all of our holders, right? None of it is going towards our platform, right, or towards us generally, but everything is going to go towards the holders. So if you, let's say, hold 0.05%, whatever, of the 100% of holders, whatever, you would get 0.05% of that 2%. So essentially, let's say we have 10,000 holders, we would redistribute that 2% taken to 10,000 holders. Same for our launch pad as well, right? Our launching fee is just going to be basically, 1 or 2 BNB for any kind of project, and 2 or 3% of the token supply. And that token supply, all of it would be redistributed once again towards all of those projects that are launching with us. So that's, we're trying to make an ecosystem, sort of say, not just from buys and sells, but we want to put the revenue in it from the launch pad, everything that we possibly can towards the, our holders, basically. So my goal, I don't want to say that I want to be a millionaire or whatever, but my goal is for my team to get paid. Well, okay, first of all, for the platform to be running and, everything updated. Second is for my team to be, taken care of, because my team will take care of my investors. And that's about it. I'll take whatever is left over, but once, from Launchpad, from everything that we're planning, most of it is going to go towards the holders. So. And but yeah, we have 10% for sex listing. We have marketing partnerships. So basically, let's say our project is taking off. You guys are interested in us. We can offer you some let's say I don't want to say 1% of tokens, whatever, but let's say for the sake of arguments, 0.5% of the tokens, which would be about 500 million tokens right now. You guys work with us, we have some kind of a contract, that you're not just gonna take those tokens, work and dump whatever. But yeah, so we have that ready. Team and dev. Dev isn't the developer; it's actually development, right? So the team and development is basically just in case we need some funds for the further development of the project. And all of these are obviously going to be, locked up, whatever, and trying to do, everything, so to say, possible to make it safe for everybody and have the running platform and to, which is going to take care of the projects and everybody else involved in it.
Okay, thanks for taking. All right, I'm done for now. I'm gonna open the floor for some community questions. Whenever
Sure.
you're ready, just let me know.
Ready as ever. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. Lucky, it's your lucky day. Shoot your questions. Make sure to unmute your mic, please.
Okay, thank you very much for the great opportunity. Okay, so quickly, my question is regarding the
I think we lost.
Cutting out for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was so my question is regarding your platform. So you know that when it comes to Fever, sorry, I keep talking. Fever has a lot of daily users, over 4 or 5 million users. So what are your plans to like reach those Web2 users to your platform? And for the buyers, how will you market your platform so they are aware that your platform is existing?
Yeah, sure. So as I, remember or mentioned before, we're gonna go to all the different kinds of platforms, and we're gonna, directly speak with them, right? We're not just gonna have copy paste whatever. Once again, I believe in quality over quantity. So if our team reaches, 100 people, a day, talks to them personally, that's, a lot better to me than, reaching, let's say, 10,000 people a day with just a copy paste post, right? So we're gonna have an actual, sort of say customer service, explain to them how it's working, how they can get paid, and everything like that, right? So also we're gonna have those, ads running everywhere as well. So we'll have ads running, for example, let's say Facebook in Philippines, right? Just for the sake of argument, and pay per click there right now is a lot cheaper than it is in the United States. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna see what kind of turnaround we have if everything is looking positive. We're gonna move on to different countries, until we can have those ads running everywhere, right? So we're also gonna have teams, going to projects as well, or AMA channels, telling them, hey, sign up here, whatever. You don't have to promote it, just use your service, use the services, right? So if somebody wants to pay you, or you have to pay somebody but you're not really sure, whatever, tell them to sign up. There's a smart escrow contract. Well, you don't have to mention us to anybody, just use the services, right? So we're hoping that the honesty, transparency, and the proof of concept, once people start using it, is there, and that they will basically, it's going to become, sort of say, like an everyday crypto necessity from now on, right? So we're just looking, to start with basically, the good customer service, speaking with, members. Like, for example, let's say you want to be a graphic designer or a writer for a project, right? But you're either scared that they're not going to pay you when you're done, or vice versa. And all you got to do is just sign up, whatever, with your Trust Wallet, and put your name or your username or something like that. Tell them to do the same thing. Do the transaction like that. Make sure, once again, you cover yourself by being very detailed of what the work is and what you're getting paid for, and that's about it. So we're looking, to have the people as our voice. Once those people start, being either saved, whatever, see it that it works, and see something in it, needed. So I know that this is a decentralized, world, whatever, that we're living in, but I've seen way too many wallets, having whatever, $500,000, $250,000 in it just from scamming people. So guess what? Binance is never going to look into those accounts. You can leave a comment on the BSC scan all you want. Those scammers will never, be caught. They can just funnel the money, whatever, out, $1,000 a day. That nobody's going to look into it, right? The only reason the Binance will do anything about it is if if they're the ones being exploited. So if somebody takes a million BNBs whatever out of their account, that's when they do something. But if $1,000,000 or let's say $1,000 disappears from your account, nobody's going to look into that. So we're trying to show people how this can work, how it can benefit you. Whether you have to pay the 5% fee, that's nothing compared to 100% that you can lose otherwise. So I hope this answers your question. I'm sorry.
No worries. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lucky Bee, for your question. Let's move on to Moonshine. You are muted. Make sure to unmute your mic and go ahead, ask your questions. The floor is yours.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So, I see that you intend to help creators, and what you're actually trying to do is a very great deed. And so, I wanted to ask a question because we have different kind of creators from different parts of the world. And so I wanted to know, some of these creators, some of these people are very good, but they do not have the technical services to do what they really want to do. So I wanted to know, I don't really want to call it a charity, but maybe like once in a year you have like an incubation plan where you provide services or technical services they can reach out to perform what they are really good at. I feel this would really help creators out there, even in this space. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. So there's okay, so there's good and bad with us, so to say, having to put, let's say even if we were to host like live, whatever, let's say graphic design class, right? So if we were to do that, there's always going to be somebody that's going to take advantage of that, right? So there's going to be those people, that are probably, going to take a video of them being in that session, using us for clout or using us for to say, hey, TxHash Dome is the one that trained me. I'm very good, right? That we're trying to stop that, right? So but however, if we have good creators on our platform, we will have like features, right? We will have free features of, let's say that this creator has had, 10 successful jobs this week, right? We will feature them, every now and then. It's not going to be, for too long, whatever, but it's good. Their name, we're going to try to feature some people, whatever, that do a good job for free, right? I mean, there's going to be paid promotions as well for whether it's a project or a service provider, but we will, so to say, have those charity giveaways to the good projects out there or good service providers out there. But as far as teaching somebody, that's so to say, iffy situation. So let's say Bossy himself, right, hosts somebody how to be a good AMA host, right? And then that person, can just be using that as a clout, saying, hey, Bossy taught me how to do this. You should come to my AMA. I'm legit, this and that. So who's it to say that you didn't have malicious intentions, to scam somebody, away from his platform and once again, away from our platform. So teaching somebody that's a different, different beast to handle, so to say. But if you're a service provider that knows or can teach somebody to, let's say, to be a marketer, to be a graphic designer, and you can sell those services, right? So somebody might hire you to teach them how to do something else. I think this is a way better approach than us teaching you how to do something, right? So this way, we're not involved in it. You hired somebody, to teach you. So if you're a teacher, sign up. If you're a marketer, sign up. If you're, like I said, a hype man, sign up. Somebody might hire you, right? So if a successful project hires you, you do a good job for them, your name will be on that project forever, basically, as long as they have an account with us. So it's going to say that this guy worked for us, and it's going to show on your page that you worked for them. So there's going to be a history, of work in there as well. So uh, like I said, as far as the charity works go and stuff like that, we're always looking to give to the community, but we're also looking not to do it safely, right? So I hope that answers it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the interest you have at arts for these creators, and I really love what you're actually doing. I wish you all the best, and I know great people will be coming to this project. Thank you so much, Sarah, once again. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for the question.
All right, let's see. Let's do UX Dexter. You are unmuted. Make sure to unmute your mic as well, please.
Yeah, guys, bring out any questions you have. Like I said, if I have the answer, if I have nothing to hide to you.
Hey there, can you hear me?
There you go.
How you doing?
Awesome, thank you for the opportunity and happy birthday, Sarah. So my question is about the Nexus KYC verification that I want to know. What are the elements that you check for the giving this badge, and what documents do you accept to do that KYC verification? And also, what will you do to figure out that those documents are not gonna be fake? I mean, so many devs are using fake details and run away. And who are those validators of the documents?
Perfect question. So once again, we're trying to be as safe as possible. There's always going to be that one person, that finds a way around, but we're, almost there to cover the whole tracks, right? So first of all, I'm looking at our process right now. Every KYC is going to be by appointment, right? It's not just going to be like, oh, paid to this wallet, whatever, we'll get to you whenever. No, there's going to be an appointment, whatever. We'll ask you a couple of questions here and there. And, we're going to try to engage with you just to see, to judge your intentions, right? As I said, I am a shiller. I get these, and project owner now, I get these messages from scammers every single day. I know how to read them. I know how to read their, basically their intentions, their channels, all that. So once you make an appointment, obviously pay for the KYC. We will have a contract for you to sign saying that, any kinds of violations, basically your contract will be revoked, your KYC will be revoked, and you will open yourself up for the lawsuits, for, basically authorities being involved, and doxing as well per request of the victims, right? So there's going to be that. Once you sign that contract, acknowledge everything written in there, there's going to be a verification via third party. So that third party is called Identify, and they're a company located in the UK right now. So we have had a conference meeting with them. They have demonstrated their project to us, how it works and everything like that. There's a few secrets that I can't reveal, whatnot, but basically they have ways of checking whether that legit, your face, matching the document that you're using. There's a background check as well that's going to be provided to us. Let's see. Once basically you confirm with them, and also if there's any doubt in their system that your document is not valid, once the background check and all that is done, your basically KYC is done. We can try again to go through that, but if it doesn't pass, you're basically you're not going to get KYC'd, and there's no returns. So let's see. Once that's been verified with them, you're gonna have face-to-face with us, right? So we're gonna ask you questions. We're gonna ask you to see the same documents as well, and we can move on from that. Once we move on from that, here's one of the, so to say, best parts, right? We're gonna send a letter in the mail with a code for your verification, right? So the address that you provide to us is gonna be sent to that that, or the code is going to be sent to that address, right? In the letter, there's going to be a contract as well, basically stating that any occupants of this residence are responsible, for any wrongdoings of this person. So let's say you live with your parents, whatever, and their name is on that house, right? Even if you are the one to get it, or let's say your aunt gets it, whatever, and you don't live there, you're trying to be scammy basically, and she provides you with that code and we verify you. If you scam somebody, we can go after that address, basically, so we can basically own the house that the letter got sent to, if there's a scam involved. So once again, I'm hoping that these people actually try it and get caught and lose their belongings basically, or whatever they sent the address. And the address has to be a real address, right? So we're going to check out the address, we're going to check out it's not going to be a PO box or anything like that, for example, or a suit this, suit that. It's going to be a real physical address, either an apartment or something like that. So but yeah, so the owner of the address that you provided us with will be liable also with you for any damages caused to us and our platform, our image, and our investors as well. On top of that, you would be have your KYC revoked, and we would find you with that address. And if we don't find you with that address, we got at least a portion of it covered, by taking over the deed of that house and, taking all the legal matters against the person living in that house. So then you would basically, signing the contract, you would understand that. So we have our lawyers working on it, working on the contract and everything, whatever, to cover us and the investors as well. And yeah, so that's one way. If you pass through all this, let's say you're legit, once you provide us with that verification code, it's not just going to be, a couple numbers, whatever, it's going to be mixed, right? So you can't just guess it, whatever. And once all that's said and done, you would provide us with your social handle, right? So let's say you work with Telegram explicitly, and we would take that Telegram handle, we would put it on an NFT, we would take the last date of your wallet associated with our platform, put it on that NFT, have a registry list in our on our platform to basically where everybody can find you, and they would have limited information, of course, but they would be able to see the status of your KYC, whether you scam somebody, whether you're active or whether your KYC is inactive, right? So if it's inactive, that means you tried to scam somebody or you broke any kinds of contract. And if there are any victims, they can request your basically information that you provided us with, and we will release it to them. So, but yeah, and also, as I mentioned, we will require an IP address, no VPN, and obviously, we know how to find out if you are using VPN or not. Let's see, device registration via link. So we'll send you a link. You'll click on it with the device that you're using, and everything's gonna match up, whatever. But that your device basically would be registered to that, right? So that means if we ban you, you can never use that iPhone or computer again. Even if you change the service provider, the device registration would be there. So once that's done, everything is good. Let's say you will get that NFT sent to you, associated with your address and everything like that, and it would be displayed in our registry list. You can use it as a promotion for yourself. You would also have a verification sign and doc sign basically on our platform saying, or at least provide information to people saying, okay, this guy is safe, right? So, but yeah, and you're done. You have the KYC NFT, you're on the registry list, and that never goes away. So
awesome, brilliant. Thank you so much, man. The scammer developers will get wrecked. Thank you so much, man.
That's the plan. Like I said, I'm hoping we catch somebody and we go through all this process just to make an example off of somebody. So the other people will, basically, be wary about it, and they're not going to try us. So if you get, for example, somebody in your Telegram chat, saying, hey, I sell these services, whatever, make a quick payment, we're going to do it for a discount for you, this and that, you just tell them, go to TxHash Dome, sign up there. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. I'll hire you, I'll pay you. Once your work is done, you'll get the funds released. That's about it. And like I said, you don't have to be a holder of our token. You don't have to do anything to use our services. So.
Okay. Thank you. So let's see. Sorry, guys, that was it. So I have one more only from the chat. It was a long question, but I'm just gonna short it. Sorry. What challenges do you face now?
Right now, I'm going to be honest with you, we're facing marketing challenges, and we're facing funds challenges, right? So as I mentioned, everything is funded by the community, so to say, and we're looking to get our name out there as much as possible. But as far as the technical side goes, we have no challenges there whatsoever, right? So we have a team, capable of doing everything. We have a team that hasn't gotten a cent from the investors from anything, until it's our time. So we're busy working with everything. Everybody's doing a, great job. I'm very proud of our team, but the only challenge, I don't want to call it a challenge or whatever, but the only obstacle right now that we're facing is trying to get our name out there, right? So it's, it's a challenge for every project out there, unless you, have $100,000, $500,000, to market it. But as of right now, I've depleted my savings account. I've depleted my checking account. I've have, a couple funds left, whatever. Our co-owner has been, very, very great. He's been, he's been providing us, with as many funds as he can, whatever. But yeah, that's, and I didn't want to, extend the seed sale or something like that to promise somebody, 10 BNB for the 2 BNB they offer us. We're keeping it safe. We're keeping it fair for everybody. If you want to invest, this is where you can invest, and this is how much you can invest. We don't want to take any more of it. But yeah, the only obstacle, so to say, that we're facing, like I said, is just trying to get our name out there, and that's about it. Technical side, we have everything handled.
That sounds amazing. All right, that was it from us. Do you have any final words before we round this up?
Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned, our let's see, our private sale is tomorrow. If you're not planning on participating, at least have your wallet just in case. If you talk to me, let's say, and change your mind, whatever. So I extend my offer to anybody from this AMA that's interested, that just wants to have their wallet whitelisted. DM me your wallet, I'll get you added, right? No question asked. If you do have any questions for the team, for me, for myself, anything, whatever, head out to our page, to our Telegram. Ask any question you want there. I don't take questions, as FUD or something like that, whatever. I will answer it to you, directly, honestly, truthfully, whatever, however you want to call it. But the only thing that I ask you, if I provide you with an answer, and if you keep on trying to get a different answer every different time, I'm not going to ban you, right? But I welcome any questions. We can civilly talk with them and whatnot. But otherwise, if you're not really comfortable asking that question in the chat, my DMs are open on both of the accounts that you can see here right now, 24/7. I'm not saying, that I'm awake 24/7, but I will get to you. If I could answer, 5,000 DMs a week from Meta Ruffy, I can answer, a couple more thousand DMs from my project here. So any questions are welcome. I welcome you all to our project. I hope you guys can see the good that we're trying to do, and we're gonna take care of you if you give us a chance. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. So if you have unanswered questions, feel free to go over to the Telegram community. It's TxHash Dome. And if you want to learn some more, read on the website and stuff like that, you can find the website at txhashdome.com. And with that being said, we wish you guys all best of luck, and thank you for joining us today. And yeah. Take care.
Hey, thank you for having me, guys. I really hope we can do some more business in the future. I really like what you guys are doing and how you are with your community. Keep it up. Once again, I hope we can do more business together. Thank you, guys.
Sure. Thank you so much, everyone.